My name is Omar Uddin and I am a calligraphy artist. I started my journey with Arabic calligraphy at a very early age when I was just 7 years old. It's something that I like doing in the sense that when I was writing Arabic lettering and just words and sentences in my class, I did them in a very beautiful way. And I was very fortunate enough that my Arabic language teacher at the time was also a calligraphy artist. And he was able to see some potential in me. He decided to take on the opportunity to train me, and that's where my journey started. The process of learning calligraphy is kind of like the process of memorizing the Quran, where you learn one sentence, one paragraph, one ayah at a time, and you go over it over and over again. We start off very basic by learning just the individual letters themselves, and then we learn to combine two letters together only. We're combining ba and alif, ba and ba, ba and jim, ba and dal, and then from there we move on to combining these letters into smaller words, bigger words, and then eventually we get into more complex compositions, sentences, writing these sentences in different shapes. It's a lengthy process. I have done commission work for really big mosques, well, like the one that you see right here as well, the Sayyidina Khadija Center. One of my favorite projects was for Masjid al-Rahman in New York City. That was one of my first and one of my most enjoyable projects, where I was asked to design the calligraphy around the dome, as well as soon as you enter, there's a big light over there, and I was able to design a Asma al-Husna for that ring over there. I had no idea that I was going to be a calligraphy artist when I grew up. In fact, I went to university for accounting, and I worked for a major financial institution in Canada for over 9 years. Back in 2009, I first held a booth in the Reviving the Islamic Spirit convention, and all I really did was just write names for people in calligraphy. And from there on, people started to ask me, you know what, we don't have a lot of resources to learn calligraphy here in Canada. Why don't you start teaching this? And I said, why not? I booked my first workshop in Mississauga, and that's when I started teaching very informally. I started to get a lot of requests from different parts of Canada, different parts of the United States and around the world. You know, can you come over, travel here and teach? And so the idea popped up in my mind is, why can't I just have an online course where it's accessible to everybody? They can learn at their own pace. I published my first course on Udemy in 2014. You know, at that time I expected that maybe I will have maybe 40 or 50 students, but after the first week I had about 600 students. And that was the first time where I thought that maybe this is something that I could do full-time and focus on something that I really enjoy doing. And so the following year, 2015, I was able to make that leap and quit my full-time job and become a full-time artist. Today, alhamdulillah, I am the founder of My Qalam Academy, which is an academy both in class and in an online format. Students from all over the world can come and learn Arabic calligraphy. Today we have 350 subscribers, but we also have 8,000 students who have purchased my courses from all over the world. So alhamdulillah, it's been a great journey. One of the misconceptions that a lot of lay people have is that calligraphy is only an art to beautify the words of Allah or the Quran or the Hadith. However, in my experience, I have actually witnessed students who are not from a Muslim background, from a different religious background, who were inspired just by looking at this text of Arabic calligraphy, and inspired not just to learn calligraphy, but also read further into what it has. What are the verses? What are the meanings of these verses? And one of my students in 2017 from a Japanese background found Arabic calligraphy very visually appealing, and also she found this deep connection with it. And so what happened was that she started learning calligraphy, and from there she transitioned into reading the Quran, understanding the Quran. And in 2018, alhamdulillah, she actually accepted Islam. It's amazing how an art form which we put aside as something fun to do was able to bring a person not from a Muslim background and convert to Islam eventually. And so it is very powerful, because just looking at a beautiful piece of calligraphy could be very mesmerizing and can allow you to look deeper into the meaning of what's written here.
On behalf of Let the Quran Speak, I want to say thank you. You've helped us become the most widely watched Muslim TV show in Canada. I want to appeal to you to continue to support us. You can visit our website, QuranSpeaks.com. We also accept e-transfers to igive@QuranSpeaks.com. And we're now on Patreon, so you can make a monthly contribution. May God bless you and your loved ones today and always.